こんにちは、チャートマスターの根崎ゆうきです。4月4日木曜日のセッションリキャップ取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょう。
What are we looking for? Over here on the euro. This is a session recap for the 3rd of April. All right. The euro is in a bear flag. Take this up to a little higher to the 240, and you can see we're in a downtrend. There's a bear flag. Once we get out of the bear flag, where's the wide open space? Right here. All right. So there's your trade. All right. The trade will have.
ユーロドルです。ユーロドルはベアフラッグにあります。これ240分チャートです。で、ベアフラッグをブレイクしてきたら、このワイドオープンスペース取っていきましょうと。
At this point, above the 21. It'll break out above the 21. So you can get the trade above the 21 and move your stop because you got 21 pips to move it to 2,800. Move your stop to break even and hang for this target, and maybe it'll go all the way down to these two HSIs down here. Maybe. All right. So that's the opportunity there. All right, British pound. We're in an uptrend, as you can see. We're headed to that day chart trend. When we hit that, the day chart trend takes over as the power. All right. If it holds, this thing is going to turn to the downside, and we're looking to come down here. If it doesn't hold, and they're able to break it and go, then we're coming up to here. So there are two trades. And everybody see right now stuck inside at a wedge. All right. Let's wait for that.
ポンドドルは今ウェッジにあるので、どっちかに抜けてくるまで待ちましょうと。
We traded this morning because it wasn't technical trading this morning. It was trading the reaction to the announcement, which gave us a 40 pip quick opportunity. It never materialized. So what can we do? When we have a 40 pip opportunity, they don't take it. Well, they're not interested in it. So we didn't take it. We didn't lose any money. All right. Dollar CAD, we're waiting for the break to the downside. As you can see, the overall target is down here at 10057. We're currently at 141, so you got about 110 pips to the downside there. But the problem is you got an S4 here. So by the time you prove you can take this trade, unless you get it up here and it turns, you don't have any room in here. So the real trade is
ドルカナダです。ドルカナダは今下にブレイクしてきてますけども、で、この下の黄色い HSI 狙ってきそうですけどもと。その前にこの S4、白い S4 があるのと、で、この今安値、サポートですよね。これをブレイクしてこなくちゃいけないですけどね、っていうことを言ってます。
Down here. So that's where the trade is in that area. That's the wide open space. Don't trade anywhere but a wide open space. We've got a green candle and an arrow, man. Yeah, okay. Alright. We're in a wedge here, as you can see. Once we get the trade to the upside, we're looking for that opportunity, and then this opportunity, the day chart top. All right? We break to the downside.
ドルフランです。まず上に、ウェッジなんですけど、上に抜けてきたら、デイチャートトップ、ピンクの線があります。ここまで狙いたいねと。
We're looking for an opportunity down to this double bottom. We have a TSR. See, they know exactly what that is. That's the opportunity to the downside. It's only about 40 pips down here. All right? These two up here, this is what we call a snowman. We love snowman because it gives us an opportunity to scale in into two wide open spaces. All right?
で、上だったら雪だるま、スノーマンやりますけども、下だったらこのサポートダブルボトムのところまで、取っていきたいですねと。
So we will target the second one when we have two stacks on top of each other, and we'll double our position as we enter the next wide open space. Very simple. Dollar yen is just sitting there doing nothing right now. But we are out of the day chart. Let's take it up to 240, and you can see that was the old day chart trend. We had a wedge for a while. We no longer have this wedge. So let's take this out of here. Alright, we're now trying to break through this bottom. If we can break this bottom right here, alright, and remember, we're looking to set a bottom. We can see this bottom right over here is one heck of a bottom. Alright, so that may be the bottom right there. If they break here, we're going to trade it down to 92.18. Alright, that's it.
ドル円です。今ドル円はずっとここで止まっているんですけども、その下にとても強いサポートがあって、ここを狙ってくるかもしれませんと。
Only trade there is for us at this point. If this ends up coming up and it can break this single line trend line to the upside up in here, we'll have to readjust the trend to do this. Right? If it does that. Right now it hasn't done that. So we're looking for this sell right here. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is pulling back. This may be the top. We've got divergence on the Aussie dollar, so we know that. If it is, it did not finish off the wave. All right, so this is the third wave. The fifth wave is typically the same size. So you can see it should finish off here. So this may only be a pullback to get down and find enough buyers to drive it to there. All right, I'm still a buyer here. All right, I'm not a seller. I'm a buyer. I'm waiting for it to come down where I can get this trade right here. All right. Euro yen. Euro yen, let's try to get in this thing. You can see it went nowhere. Nothing happening. Nothing happening. But maybe tonight we'll get this move, or maybe after we close the room. All right, so you can see from where we are right now, there's a little small trade here, and then there's another one here. Once again, it's the snowman. So we like snowman.
OG ドルだったんですけども、OG ドルはトップの可能性があって、トレンドこれからどうなるかなみたいな感じですと。で、今、ユーロ円なんですけども、またスノーマン、これ10分チャートですけども、見えてるねと。
We can double up the position in the snowman. So we're looking for that opportunity. It's about 60 pips down to the day chart's bottom. Alright, Euro yen. Looking for, I'm being pound yen, sorry. We've got a break and a hook. Will we get to go? I don't know. But if we get to go, we're looking to come down to the S5 and the 140.02 area right in here. So,
ポンド円です。ブレイク感度5をしてきたら、ブレイク、ターゲットまで取っていきたいねと。
We're definitely interested in that trade when it'll happen. If we get it high enough here where we can get our stop move by 140.50, we'll take it there. If not, we'll have to take it below the 140.50 right here. Still 48 pips in here, so we'd be interested in that. New Zealand had a break of the bull flag during the night. That was an excellent trade for those who took that trade. We've still not gotten to the target. We're at the top here, all right, so that we understand where they're coming down. There are no buyers here at the top. Professional buyers won't buy at the top. They will buy at the bottom. So when we come back down to here, we're going to look for this trade up to here. This target is out. They've already taken it out. So our trade is this whole space right here. All right. So that's what the opportunity is on the New Zealand. All right. Aussie yen. Aussie yen has broken down out of that bear flag, as we saw, coming down. We got a little bit left in this, 32 down to 97. There's only 34 pips left in the thing right here. But if we break that, then we might do the bottom of the trend wall. So there is a possibility that we can get this little small trade, and if we break the 97, then maybe we'll get this one right here. That's what we call muy gordo. The snowman is really fat down here, and we like that. So trade 1, trade 2 down here. All right.
OG 円です。9ドルさっきのあんまりなかったんですけど、OG 円、これもスノーマン狙っていきたいよねっていう感じで、今日はそういうのが多いですよね。
Euro pound. Euro pound. Actually 240. Running in this channel. Euro pound. If this line will hold, we want the trade down to here. If this line will hold. Right now it's holding. But this could end up being a
ユーロポンド、この線で支えられる、トレンドラインで支えられるようならば、下まで狙っていきたいねと。もしかしたらブルーフラッグで上に行くかもしれませんよねと。
Yeah, it's late in the day though, Nick. I'm not interested in trading. I got rules. My rules is I don't trade after this. I'm done trading. I'm done trading until tomorrow for me. All right. So you know, if you make a trade here, here's what the problem is. You run out of traders. All right. In 20 minutes, everybody in London quits. All right. There are no more traders to drive your candles, and when that happens, they can't find enough sellers to sell this thing. And so what do? The only thing to do is to go up and go find the sellers, which means that they're going to go up to your stop. And that's why we get bear flags. See that? That's why they build bear flags. So if you take the trade here and it doesn't go because there's no traders to push it, okay, your stop's up here, they could drive this with a bear flag all the way up to here and then break it from here. See? And what happens? You get stopped out here. Or also in the afternoon, That's when the commercial banks enter commercial trades for their traders, for their commercial customers, like Sony, like Toyota, like that. That's what they do. So Toyota decides to sell $1 billion worth of Toyota Camrys to Britain. They're going to be on a boat for a month. So the people in Britain say, we're not paying you for them until they get here. And Toyota says, yeah, but we're not shipping them until we get payment. So what do? They both go down to the bank. They put in both of them put $1 billion in. One, the bank will execute a hedge, $1 billion worth of yens and $1 billion worth of pounds. And then, no matter what the price is, when it lands in Great Britain, no matter what the price is, the value is the same. Okay, that's what they do, and they execute those in the afternoon. So you're sitting there, and all of a sudden you see a big old 50 pip spike. What happened? What happened? Well, they executed a trade for Toyota or Sony or whoever the heck it is. You get stopped out in the meantime, though, because they don't care about your little trade. So that's what ends up happening. So, all right, Euro pound, Euro Aussie, I should say. Euro Aussie, we've had a pretty good bounce here, but let's take it up to a 240 chart and look at it. As you can see, this is a bottom. It's not the bottom, but it is a pretty good bottom. Right here, they broke it a little bit only, but they've been down here before. All right, so they could definitely come down in this area right down in here. All right, they could. But we'd have to find TSRs down over there, and we got some right here. Let's put them on real quick. So I know they are. One right there.
ユーロ時です。ユーロ時下がってきてて、この下まで、こんぐらい下まで来たことあるんですけど、じゃあもうちょっと、サポートになるダウントレンドのレジスタンス見つけていかなきゃいけないねっていうことで、その作業を今やってます。
One right there, one right there, one right there. If you want to get good, you just, after you've done 100,000 of these, you just pop them on. It takes you seconds. All right. Notice this big wide open space here. Big wide open space. What do? They ran it. Why? Because it's a wide open space. All right. So what is going to happen if we get in that area? We can look for them to do a wide open space. All right. So there we are. We're entering in that area. All right. They could run that thing if they could break it. See? So we're going to be interested in that. If they do break this to 2200, we're going to be interested in going out at 2100. That's a 100 pip move right there. And they already showed you, if we get in this area, we run them. This is an area we run because there's nothing to stop. So if we get that trade, we're going to definitely be interested in that. Euro CAD, we're in a...
で、今、ワイドオープンスペースができたので、ここを狙っていきたいよねと言ってましたね。で、ユーロカナダ行きます。
Flag, we have broken and hook, a break and a hook. We're waiting for the go. All right, we ran out of time. Break, hook, we're looking for the go. Down to the day chart bottom. All right, this target's already been taken out, so the next target is here. How do we trade that? Trade 1 is here, trade 2 is here. You double your position below 1.2900 for the 56. All right, that's how you trade it.
ユーロカナダです。ユーロカナダは今、ベアフラッグブレイクしてきて、ブレイク間のゴーになってて、一つ目のターゲット、まずはボトムですね、サポート、抜けてきたらその次のターゲットで、ピンクのターゲットっていう風に狙っていきましょうと。
Right, CAD yen. And remember, these session recaps, what we're doing right now, your heads up. So what's going to happen when you find that wide open space and it's Singapore tonight and you're all by yourself? If you're a live room subscriber, you just go look at this recording. It's great. But if you're not, then you got to remember where it is. All right? So, or do your lines yourself. I'm leery of this CAD yen because we know that the yens are all trying to put bottoms in. I know that, and we got a potential head and shoulders right now on this currency. All right? There's the weekly chart, weekly bottom, week trend, and right there is the head and shoulders. All right? So the only way I'll trade this CAD yen is if we break below here. Then I'll be interested, but I'm not interested in.
カナダ円、今ヘッド&ショルダー見えてます。で、一つやれることとしては、このネックラインを下に割ってきてから売りたいねと。
Trading into a head and shoulders, which is a bounce point. Right. So I'm going to walk away unless it breaks below this line. Right. New Zealand yen inside of a wedge, as you can see, inside of a still. All right, so we're waiting for the breakout. If we get a breakout to the downside, we're coming down to here. If it keeps moving up in here and finally get a breakout, we're going to go up to here. There's the trade to the upside. There's the trade to the downside.
9円はウェッジなのでブレイクしてきて、上か下に抜けてきたら、 まあ、次のターゲット、上ならピンクの線と HSI 重なっているところを下なら、サポート、青いサポートと HSI の最初、まあ、ボトムですよね。ところまで、売りましょうと。
In the meantime, we're stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle. All right. Pound New Zealand, we've got a break and a hook here. We're interested in this trade to the downside for those of you who have a broker who allows you to trade it. Break and a hook. All right. If we get the sell, we're looking to come down to 78.47. Don't miss this. There's 120 pips there if it does it. All right. You can see when they decide to do it, they can do it. All right. So be ready for that if it happens. We have a break and a hook.
ポンドニュージーです。ブレイク&フックしてきたんで、今5になっているので、まあ、売っていきたいよねと。
All right. Why did we have to hook back up? Because they ran out of sellers at the 7,900. Why do we move our stop? Have to have our stop be able to be moved by an even number. It's pretty clear right there. That's exactly why you got to do it. You see, if they respect the even number, they're coming back up. And if you don't have your stop set, you're going to get stopped out. So don't do it. Silver, we're continuing on down to the downside. Victor made 170 pips on this overnight. Nice job, Victor. Not much left in it here, and I'm not going to trade it into to a weekly day chart bottom. That's a day chart trend right there, folks. But we can see the target is below here at 26. So there's a possibility you could do that. I'm not going to bother with it, but you may want to, especially if it pops up. We get
銀ですね。
a little bounce up in here. You might want to trade it down to the line and then move your stop, and maybe it'll go down and tag that. We'll see. Pound Chief, we're looking for the sell, as you recall, and we're in a downtrend. We had to break that line. We did break that line, but we're too close to the 40. All right, so let's take it to a 60 and see where we're at. We're in a nice wide open space here, folks. We don't have any momentum. All right, remember, this is when we put the alarm on to come back up and then trade it off of there. Okay, we had to get up here in order to trade it because we had to be far enough away from the 4,300. All right, so if we had taken this trade, we were looking at 25. If we had taken that trade at 25, we'd be up 21 pips right now, and we'd be moving our stop to break even because we're going to hit the 4,300. Everybody see that? So even though we didn't get the trade,
ポンドフランは今、これもトレード入ろうとしてましたよねと。で、アラームも鳴らしてますし、で、まあ、4300、4300が近かったんで、やらなかったんですけど、まあ、ブレイクフック&ゴーしてきたんですよねと。で、もしこれ入ってきてたら今21ピップとか勝っていて、で、4300が近くなってきたので、ストップをプラマイ0に下げているところですよねと。
That's what we would have done, and you can see that it was the right thing to do. Couldn't get the trade. All right? So we're looking to come down here to 42.64. Big, wide open space. So, keep watching for it, and maybe you'll get your opportunity. Maybe it'll bounce again on the 4,300, pull up, and then go from there. If it breaks the 4,300 and hooks back up, you're going down to 64. There's 46 pips there. All right. No, 36, sorry. Pound Aussie, we're looking for the break to the downside, and not very far to the day chart bottom. All right, so they went to the S4, to the pip, bounced back up here. All right, this could be the bottom. Sure, it could be. I don't know if it is or not. It could be the very bottom. But if it comes up,
ポンド時、ベアフラッグブレイクしてきて、HSI ターゲットでピタリ止まっています。で、まあ、戻ってくるかもしれませんねと。
turns around and goes down, we're targeting 43.81 right here. And it could actually break down and go all the way to here. But we'll target the 43.81 day chart bottom right there. All right, so that's what I see, folks. All right, thanks, Steve. All right. Don't forget, those of you who are ProX subscribers, don't forget you got an email yesterday, so make sure you check your email because you only got a couple of days to take advantage of that deal. All right. Everybody else, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Don't forget Ben speaking. That's going to be nasty. It could be nasty. You got lots of stuff happening, lots of announcements happening, as you can see. So remember, we did an announcement this morning. You know what to do in an announcement. Well, you got to go find where the opportunity is. All right? Don't trade it just to be trading it. Find the opportunity. All right. Alright, we'll see everybody later. Have a great day.
はい、というわけで今日の、セッションリキャップ終わりました。まあそんな感じですね。また明日撮ろうと思います。明日は雇用統計なので、それだけ気をつけてください。それではどうもありがとうございました。失礼します。